エメラルドブルー宝石みたいに光ってる流れ星を見上げていたあの夜も
We're live.
Yo, yo, yo.
We're live. Welcome back
Yo, yo, yo.
to episode
What's
17.
going on, everybody? What's up? We're back.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
So the reason I did that, because I mean, I didn't notice the same reaction from anybody else. So we hadn't been playing. I don't know if you guys noticed throughout the entirety of the week. Right. We were pretending to be normal people, and now we get to stop doing that, and we get to pretend to be like the weirdos. I mean, we get to actually be the weirdos we are, and pretend to be other people, which is really natural and fun for us, right? And
not weird.
isn't that exciting? Isn't that exciting?
Yeah.
I'm not weird.
Know what Mama Woes told you?
Do you have a
Mama Woes
mouse in
been
your
telling you that?
pocket?
He's
You
weird.
said
Then I'm
because you
weird.
said we,
Yeah.
and never mind. Anyways, so
I am happy to see you though.
mm-hmm. Happy to see you all. Very happy. I'm just a little tired today. It was a long night. But anyways, uh, welcome back. I'm excited to share this episode 17 with everyone. We left off with some what do you call it? Rambunctiousness? I don't even know what you said. Call it
Rambunctiousness?
bow. Got the guards. Gambling on shift, and
Mm.
you know, the rest of the parties up on the wall
They
at the
showed me that
river.
game.
Oh, okay.
They showed Bao that Bao had never played that game before. They were showing it to him.
Yeah, here in a little bit though, you're about to take them out to do skipstone or some mountain game.
Maybe. Skip, don't throw rock. It's just called
Yeah,
throw
throw
rock.
rock.
Throw rock. Yeah. Yeah. Simple
Throw
rule.
rock.
We each get a
But
rock. And then you have to make sure they weigh about the same, right? So you pass it around to each person who's playing, to judge whether it's the same weight as another rock to keep things fair. And then you each take turns throwing one of your rocks out of the pile as far as you can. and whoever throws it the farthest wins.
Makes sense.
Just imagine Bao picking up a 500-pound freaking boulder. Like,
Mhm.
okay, you guys get yours.
Mm. Or goat throw. Goat throw's another one.
Goat throw.
Goat throw. It's another fun game. It's a lot like rock throw. It's a lot like throw rock.
Goat toss, though.
Goat toss. Yeah, yeah.
We also gained a new party member last week. Welcome back, Mama Woes. Or Faye in game, if you will.
Hey.
Let's see. Yeah, we re-encountered Bao, met Faye. You guys got a little sneak peek or taste of the one of the waves, and then slightly how the defenses of the gosh, my brain, floodgates
River
work.
Knights. Oh,
Yeah, the River Knights and the Tide Sages working together.
that was really cool.
As one, to bring up the water and launch these massive ice spikes, taking down the Oni as they march down the mountain. Which every 69 minutes a wave of Oni rushes through.
Nice.
Yet the
Nice.
floodgates have never been breached in 1,000 years. 1,000 years. And we ended with the party kind of reconvening with one of the shift leaders and headed back to the tower. And it's kind of where we're gonna pick it up.
Just
Shift
gonna
leaders going off about what's that?
I was just gonna say, I mean, last session I created an air pocket inside of the wall, so technically,
That's true.
Hirameki is the first person to breach the floodgates. And if that's
There's a gust hole. It's a gust hole.
Not taking into
The
account,
infamous gust hole.
not taking into account the tide mages on the same side of the wall as you, who were turning, parts of the wall into projectiles and then launching them hundreds of feet effectively in a manner that would then rend the life from a being that had malicious intent. But the gust hole, impressive.
Yeah. What can I
Walls-
say?
Wall breached.
Don't take,
Showing
yeah,
off.
don't the projectiles. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Don't mess with Kirameki.
They do that all the time, but nobody's breached the gate
Yeah.
but me.
The
So
legendary Kirameki, first to breach in 1,000 years.
go ahead and write that down. That's canon. All right.
Well, I should have been a bard.
Sure.
I would have sung the songs of this great moment.
It's not too late.
Esterfield's still up there on the
First.
bridge too, right?
To breach. No, he came down after the tie. After the tie.
First
Oh, he
to
did. Okay.
breach.
First
Kind
to
of.
breach. Blood.
This is his superior. This is our friend superior officer writing out the report right now.
All right. So yeah, we review or recap over. We zoom back in, and the shift leader is going, "Oh, they're gonna kill me." And he's ranting on, and why aren't you working? Why are you gambling on duty? And it never ends. And you guys are all in this tower currently, the bottom floor. The door is just off the hinges on the ground.
Is he like actively leading us somewhere, or is like
Not
he kinda
anymore. He
stopped
led you
here?
to this tower back to like shelter and regroup and like to figure out, I guess who you are and stuff. Well, you showed him the token, so he brought you back here. Is what it was. Someone flashed him a token.
Right. I think it was me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Adder took the lead on this one.
Yeah.
I think it was me.
Was there?
So he brings us back into a tower. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. I was say kind of go around the room to see what everybody like doing or trying to do as this guy starts going on. You know, he's
I'll say
clearly about to pull his hair out. You know.
No, I'll say Bao's just picking up rations, just collecting his rations, and then with an armful of military rations, just kind of walks back over to the group, and he's gonna just kind of fall in line with you guys just to see what's happening.
I think Adder's confused. I guess I thought that, or Adder thinks that he's leading him to this armory, and instead he brings him to this tower. It did. So, like, when he gets there, is he just bringing us here to like get us in a safe place for the
Well,
until the end of the wave?
no, the wave's over, but
Okay, that's what I was thinking.
I guess you don't know exactly where he was truly leading you because when you
just
got here, there's
Adder
multiple levels and stuff, and
Just keep following him.
then he walks in and all of his guards are like throwing cards instead of doing what they're supposed to do. So
Like when you go to somebody's, like you're like an old friend or like somebody kind of tertiary, and you show up at their office and they're like, oh yeah, no, it's just back here, and then they walk in a room and what the fuck's going on? It's just a weird day at work. And then you go to
Yeah.
the next room
Gotcha.
and there's like a water leak. It's just like you kind of show up
Okay.
to your friend's job to eat lunch on their worst day, is what it looks like.
Okay.
yeah, pretty
So
much.
you're
Okay.
just kind of following, like, like what do
I
I
got
don't
you.
know what to do.
Okay.
I think I'll put my hand on the shoulder of the shift leader. Don't sweat the small stuff, friend. The strong don't get stronger by sitting and waiting. We were just trying to help.
I loudly crunch some ration. Then just nod behind him, Mizrafil. Some of the rations I've taken from his gambling soldiers.
Are you doing like you're looking, but it looks like you're just like chewing, big smile, eyes like looks like your eyes are closed. That whole like.
Just tap my nose, point at Israfil, and then remind him of the problem.
I think I'm gonna walk over to Bao and see if I can't kind of get a bite of his rations, because I've been
the one I'm currently eating.
I'm gonna be smart, I ran out of food traveling, so I haven't eaten in a while, so maybe I might just walk over to you and see.
I would make an insight check, but I guess I'll just
Poor
pick
little
up my
girl.
ration up, and she's like hanging off the bottom of it, probably. Like, this is fine.
It's
Yeah,
just
you're
like
like trying to.
Please eat, eat.
you're like eating, and she's just like standing in front of you with like puppy dog eyes.
I do that thing of like look at a
And
big
then,
sandwich and I close my
give-
eyes.
give me a- Can I get a Constitution check from Mama Woes?
Yes, you can. Just a ability check.
Yeah.
I don't get nothing.
So you like as
You were
she's staring at you puppy dog eyes, like you visibly see the waves in her belly and like her shirt as it's like.
Oh yeah, classic anime, like the
Yeah.
black over her eyes and the lines and the big wavy eyes and stuff.
like
squiggly
loud enough to
mouth.
where like the room gets quiet and everyone's
Right?
looking at her.
The one drool drop, like the giant mouth, but it's got the drool drop that's drawn really big, zombified. Yeah. Um, yes.
Mm.
V, are you hungry? Would you like here, please? This
Just gonna grab it out of his hand and
oh shit.
thank
And
you.
before you
Thank
could finish the sentence, it's in her hand. She's taking like a bite.
Oh shit.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Like I'm bleeding. Ow. What the hell?
I didn't bite
Watch
it
the
out of your hand.
fingers.
I just grabbed
It's a it's
it.
a paper cut, I guess. I don't know. And please take some more, and I'll give you all the rations I've won. I don't know how many days it was, but
I'll just stuff it in my backpack. Finish eating what I have.
okay. While Faye's eating, I want to I'll look over at like Kirameki and Israfil and all of them too. I'm sure they see this kind of moment of, this new person we brought up. Now just I'd like to look at kind of Faye's stuff and see if like what kind of story it tells. Like do I see she was starving,
Hmm.
but we're by a river in the middle of like I don't know if it's harvest season, but it's like summer, right? So there's like all the wild forageables and as
Yeah.
somebody who's like druidic and from the Wei Chin, Wei Chin, right? Wei uh from the Earth Kingdom.
Woo.
And Wu Chin. Okay. Wu Wei?
Way is the water.
Oh, Wei Wu?
And
Way
Shu.
is
And Shu is
water.
fire.
Woo is earth.
Who are you? No, use on second.
Quit.
All right. So, yeah. It just like not having starved means like probably not having ever learned to forage, which means city dwelling and not small town probably. And so I just kind of, I don't know, I just look over her stuff to see what parts, what I might learn, what she would have learned instead, maybe, what she does have on her. If she didn't learn how to fish and how to gather and stuff like that, if all her meals have always ever been given to her, what has she been doing instead? Maybe even.
Hmm.
Well,
No.
just easily looking at her, you see like just kind of. She doesn't have like nice clothes, but she does have this like book that's like the size of your arm. You know, like width wise.
The large tome that like sprung to life. I didn't get to see that moment. I don't think, actually. I like ran inside when she cast her spell.
Oh yeah, you did. He
Mhm.
went played cards.
Well, I mean,
I
that
did.
was like all this. That was like all initially everyone's first kind of movement. So
Yeah, I ran straight to the door and
relatives.
kicked it off the hinges, and I was like, "Does anybody else want to come with me?" And everybody was like, "No, we're we're leaving, bro."
Yeah, it's kind of like a
Yeah.
I missed
simultaneous
it.
thing. Like,
I
yeah,
missed it.
maybe.
But I think so
My point
yeah,
is she didn't do that on the bridge. She did that like
right, yeah,
at
running
the
towards the
front.
bridge when you saw Kirameki do a spell, or well, you saw them start using their powers. Um, so yeah, Faye, what do I see? Like, is there
Well,
anything? Do I see the thimble like a pin cushion of somebody who sews, or do I see the ink like the ink stained fingers of a calligrapher?
no,
Um, or
no.
yeah,
I just have the book and just only
yeah,
clothes I have on is what I have on.
yeah, probably a bag with
Mm-hmm.
stuff. That's yeah.
And just a little bit. I had a little bit of food, and I ran out.
Um,
So
well, it means you must, yeah.
so just remember my parents are missing, so
Yeah.
I was
You
raised.
didn't. Yeah.
I've
People
been
who
raised
would have
by
taught
my
there would have been
fa-
wrong.
And parents are
raised
missing.
by my.
Does it mean that you were raised by? It doesn't matter who you were raised by. That's not.
Mhm.
I don't think I'd pick that up off of looking
But
at your
we,
clothes.
I think I
But
did say I was poor, right?
think about it. Think about this, Mamo.
Yeah, you
Here's kind of the
did.
question I'm asking. Think about this. Whenever you meet someone and you see that they're wearing a pair of like New Balance sneakers that are ripped up on the edges,
Mhm.
kind of fuzzy, right? And
Mhm.
scuffed, and the jeans on they're wearing like a pair of like work jeans, but the knees are worn out in them, not completely ripped yet, but kind of worn. And you see that the shirt that they're wearing is the sleeves are ripped and like it's open up, it's like maybe ripped down the sides, but and their faces and they're very tanned. You think, well, this person works in construction, probably, bending down a lot, not wearing boots, so they're not worried about dropping stuff on their toes,
Mm.
on their knees, obviously bending up and down. Or if you see somebody with like a bunch of lines across their pants, like a bunch of white lines across their pants, it's like if it's caulk, you're like, oh, they do drywall. Or if you see paint, you're like, oh, this. You can tell if somebody's a painter. Kind of. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. Is just like the telltale signs of not who you were raised by or your magical book of your class,
That's
but
all I
rather
have,
what
right?
you, yeah, but you,
That's
but
all I
but
have, though.
how you
That's what.
behave.
Yeah. Well, I don't.
Ooh, so
I'm just to myself kind of girl right now because I'm trying to find my way to.
okay.
I'm looking. I'm on a mission to find my parents, and all I have is my book that was given to me from
Mm-hmm.
my mom. So that's all I got.
Okay.
Where's all the flashy stuff? I got this thing here.
What is that?
Are
Shows his
you
coin.
Some
waving
sort of
your coin around?
yeah, some token the king gave me for being awesome. I heard you guys got some cool stuff up here. Anyone?
The shift leader's like, that's right. And he like snaps his finger. Get back to work. Man your post. Quit playing poker. Follow me. Not you guards. You guys.
All the guards
And
get in line. Oh shit! Oh shit! Not you. You get more.
first off, actually, who are you?
I,
And
I
he's
look at the
like
guards like,
hands in
Professor, say
front of you, like
something. This he is very mad. You better speak up.
I'm shift leader Zhao. Who are you? Before I
Joe.
introduce you to the commander, and with no names, not doing my job right, and here we go again.
Well, Joe, it's
Kirameki.
nice to meet you. That's Kirameki, yes, he said. I'm Israfel. I would normally work on the Blazing Wall.
I'm Faye.
I just imagine like I hand Faye a water skin to choke down whatever she's chewing on.
Um,
All right, I'm Belle. It's nice to meet you.
and he looks at Adder, because Adder didn't actually introduce himself before, right?
Our fearless leader.
Oh, so sorry. My name is Adder, and I kind of give him a nod.
He eyeballs your was it Way of the Serpent, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Kind of nods back, nods, kind of like little head bob to everyone else, and like a similar like lower head nod towards Adder, and then back at his refill. Right this way. And
When you said Way of the Serpent, so when Adder said, "Hi, I'm Adder," did he like the
No,
he
Like-
I just
has
have it on my. I have
it's
it
on
on my
his
armor.
Oh, okay.
it's on his armor.
Oh, okay. Just, yeah, just, I don't know. Which I mean, it fits the world. I mean,
And like Way of the Serpent's known to
Yeah.
be bodyguard VIPs in this country, so
yeah.
like he knows it. Anyways,
I just didn't know if Adder was flashier than I had originally imagined or
no.
not. Hi, I'm Adder. It breaks a board.
He starts walking up the steps.
Follow
I'll
him.
follow behind.
Oh, and if you want to spruce things up, where we defeated the One Chi single-handedly, restored order to the Water Nation, basically hand chosen by the Emperor himself. You know,
Unbeaten in goat throw.
not to toot our own horns or anything, but it was also really easy.
Do you have any
Also,
reaction? Yeah.
I'll let you speak to those. The token will be proof enough. And
Second regional rock throw champion in throw rock.
Yeah, he throws rocks,
That's as good as my grandmother. But
and he smashes him with the sword.
we had word of the One Chi. You guys are like stepping, going up the steps as you guys speak. But like we had word of the One Chi, but no like sightings out here at the wall. How was it?
Well-
First goat, he's always easiest. Second goat, rowdy, you know.
Not the goat,
CG.
not goat tossing.
All I'm gonna say is that they're lucky we were around. We could have been off
Well-
saving any nation, but we just happened to be in the water capital at the time.
Saving any nation.
We did the worst dungeon first, the water dungeon. Yeah.
Bum. Yeah, the steps seem to take forever, and you guys, at like
Yeah, we're getting smaller. we
8 to
go, or-
9, like floors spiraling around, and as you finally get to here we are, and you guys get to the top, and it's Commander Zhu. He's been the wall commander for 10 years.
What happened to the last wall
Be
commander?
respectful, all of that. Have your coins out, ready to show them, and introduce yourselves. And he like knocks 3 times, and he opens the door,
Reach my armor, grab my coin out.
and walks in.
I'm gonna squeeze in between the guys because I don't have a coin.
Wait, what do you mean? You're just like hiding behind them, or what do you mean? Like you're just in the middle of the group?
Kinda
I'll
like,
provide her. I'd like to.
gonna
I'd like to give her the
kinda-
help action.
Yeah.
I'll give her the help action.
kind of like in the middle of the group.
Yeah,
kinda
kind of big.
Squeeze in. Because I'm a little thing, so.
All right. Well, they're all going to be kind of lined up. It's gonna like line you guys in. Let's get go through this doorway. It's kind of like just like a massive open balcony, like the whole top floor. Kind of just archways all the way around it. So, with like a canopy over it, it's like an office that's but outside with like a gazebo on top of the tower, if that makes sense. And where he has full view to observe everything.
So he just
And
watched all of us breach protocol from his perching tower.
Not all
maybe.
of us. Not all of us. Some people ran for cover like they were told.
And he's kind of like sitting like at his desk, kind of stacks of papers strewn about. He's got like a royal blue armor with golden trims, and like other like heads that come off his pauldrons. A real, very like silver almost. It's so gray. It's like Fu Manchu. And he doesn't have any hair. Yeah, looks very aged. And it's kind of like resting on one of his elbows. Like as you guys come up here, he's like kind of lets out like a deep sigh. Oh, may I help you?
Um,
Go ahead,
yeah,
Chad.
Adder, go ahead.
I said go ahead.
You want me to do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do it.
Do you do you guys do that like right in front? No, you.
I don't see why not. Yeah.
Yeah,
go for
sure,
it.
sure did.
He's like he
Sure
goes
did.
like.
This is your nation. You speak.
We've been given this, and I put my coin on the on
Way of
his
the
desk.
serpent.
You like approach and put it down.
Yeah, I approach, put it down.
He like swipes it up, pulls out like almost like a monocle, but it looks like it magnifies,
Jeweler's loop.
and yeah, there you go. Kind of
Jeweler's
looks
loop.
at it. And you said you were given that. You said you were given that from the king. Is that what you told him?
I was like while he's looking at it. This
Okay.
is given to us by the king. Said to pick anything we desired from his armory.
Let me see all of them.
I'd take mine out and hand it to him.
He observes it.
How big was it?
I'll just
They're like the size of like a $50.
All right, I like stick my tongue out, and I flick it over. Hey, old man, it's a pretty cool wall you had over here. I found a couple of holes though.
he's so proud.
Just actually hands behind head, looking around at the place after I say that.
Adder hangs his
sweet
head
tower.
and shakes it back and forth.
It's like I saw.
Found a security breach.
Oh,
It's
so you
like,
did.
It's like a kid
Don't
who,
do
like,
that again.
a kid who wiggled the mouse and was able to click on admin, get to the password page. It's like security breach. Right there.
Never in 10 years of me being in command of the floodgates has anyone just walked up there.
Well,
But,
that's the thing.
I guess you don't make rules until someone does it, right?
Not just
You
anyone.
can't take hot dogs and bring food into the movie theater and because someone tried it.
You have hot dogs here?
Better watch out.
Fourth wall.
You don't have them in.
Just-
Dang.
no. The reason why we can't have puppet shows on the highway someone did it, caused a wreck. Horses were thrown everywhere, carriages all over the place.
Like while they were like.
So
while
now
they
we got to
were
make a rule: no walking up to the wall during a wave.
They were like like somebody reading a book and driving on the highway. It's like, what was that? Is this puppet show incident?
Well, I was just a little curious, is all, and just kind of wanted to take a peek at the thing that we were going to be conquering.
I'll show my coin too. I'll just like show him my coin in my big old hand.
He like kind of squints at Faye.
I'll at that point I'll turn. I'll turn a little and I'll just knock over like I don't know like whatever is on a pedestal that looks like it's an expensive like award or relic or whatever. I'll bump it with my elbow, go to catch it, but while going to catch it, kick the thing that it's also sitting on, knocking it over, and then like and just try and just like fumble some, and I'll just like fumble something expensive right now whenever he starts to wonder about Faye.
She's with us.
Yeah, it smashes and his Father of the Year like mug breaks.
From the year mug.
Ooh, these
Just stand back. She doesn't have a coin. And you see like a person, like a not like a, kind of like a guard, I guess, like a almost like a assistant comes running in. It's like sweeping up the broken mug.
Jesus,
No,
Faye. Does
she
this
does
happen?
not have a
Were you
coin.
were you just standing there with that broom? Does this happen often?
Oh, we lost Chad.
Mm.
But no,
Is
she
this-
does not have a coin. She recently hired us to escort her across to the Fire Kingdom.
I think she's just here for the hot dogs, to be honest.
So
I
for
didn't see you in the hallway. Does this happen? Were you
he's
just
like
standing there with
writing
the
in
broom?
his ledger for token turn-ins. You know, it's actually the first time I've had to do this. What's going to happen is I'm going to provide you this list. We're not taking you to the armory because we're not going to show you where it is. But this is a list
I look out the
of
window.
available items.
Is it that building? I randomly point to one.
And as he hands you this list, prepare to copy.
I look for a building that has armed guards standing in front of it.
Who
And maybe crates on one, or something. Is it that one?
you see like hundreds and hundreds of soldiers everywhere.
Yeah, but I look for one that's
It's
being
hard to
What
guarded.
was the?
tell.
I guess.
Okay.
Can you guys hear me now?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I guess I got kicked there for a minute. What came about Faye being with us?
No, he just says okay. He's just making
okay.
sure she didn't have a token to turn in.
But he's going to allow her to also.
No. 4 token turn-ins. She doesn't get one. But he's just making sure, like, well, you know, he was just making sure she didn't have one. You guys
Okay.
brought 4 tokens from the king. He's gonna like trust you to like that she's
I
with
feel-
you. That's fine,
feel
but she
bad I
doesn't have a
broke his-
token.
I feel bad I broke his Father of the Year mug then. His teacup.
Hmm.
I was trying to cause a distraction.
But
A
who wants to
little
grab
needle
the inventory list?
I'll take it.
He's like holding it out. Okay.
I won't. I'll stand
Yep.
back. He told me to stand back.
I feel like
I'll stand into.
like
I'm like back against a tapestry a little bit, like crinkle a little on the wall where I'm just like standing against a tapestry
Yeah.
on the wall.
I feel like I'm the closest to his desk, so I'll just grab it from him.
Okay. So yeah, as you start reading it, are you like reading it aloud to everyone? Are you guys all hovering around it? regardless, I'm just going to read off of this
I
list
think we,
and just for flavor, how is
yeah, I
this
would
happening?
take it and then like turn around and, but, and then we're all looking at the list together. I feel like.
Okay. All right. So first thing on the list says the dagger, well crafted, longbow, well crafted, short bow, well crafted, flail, exceptional, broom, winged broom,
A winged broom.
um,
Bao doesn't need that, right, guys?
Okay.
open it
Bao
up.
needs to be able to fly. Is that-
What was that? Dagger, longbow. What was before or after or before?
Dagger, longbow,
Flail.
short bow, flail,
Oh, okay.
winged broom, and then a ice otter katana, nodachi of warning,
Nodachi of warning.
Yeah,
What
when
is
you
a
draw it,
Nodachi?
when uh, it's a really long katana. Like the great sword
Okay.
of katana. It's like a great sword katana.
That's what Israfil
Yeah.
uses, right?
Yeah, that's what Israfil
Like a
uses.
Magenta.
Great, it's a great sword,
Okay.
but it's katana in this country,
Great sword.
or it's a nodachi in this country, rather. All right.
Okay.
Hide armor of resistance.
The Nodachi of warning, when you draw it, you just like, I'm gonna cut you. It's like you're compelled to say that. I will use this.
Why can't I read that? Okay.
Hide
A
armor
them.
resistant.
Fachlukan Bandor. Fachlukan Bandor.
Hey, don't you talk to me like that.
Vach.
There's like
Lucan.
it says instrument next to it.
Nice. What kind of instrument is that?
Fachlukan Bandor.
Duh.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Go ahead and give me an etymological breakdown of the
Ivory goat
Ivory
statue.
goat.
Ivory goat.
Ivory goat
Okay.
statue.
It's a goat made of rocks.
Lance of warning.
Lance of warning.
Potion of greater healing.
Single use. I mean, you know.
Potion of healing.
One gets one on a 1-to-1. Some of these things are better than other things, guys. Is what we just learned. We just learned that
Yep.
right now. Not all of
Potion
all of the choices are
of
equal.
superior healing.
Okay.
Potion of supreme healing.
Superior and supreme, and it's a real toss-up as to which one's better, right? I don't know.
Robe
Bath.
Ooh.
of
Robe, comma bath. No. Okay.
robe of useful items.
Oh, that thing's cool. Those are cool.
Well, that's cool.
Scroll of comprehend languages. Scroll of control flames. Scroll of Dispel Magic. Scroll of Hex. Scroll of Incendiary Cloud.
Some of these things are better than others, guys.
Scroll of
say.
Infestation. Scroll of Mage Hand. Scroll of Magic Missile. Scroll of Magic Stone. Scroll of Magic Stone.
It's not Scroll of Magic Stone times 2.
Nope.
This guy's real stingy. Whenever he
Scroll
made this
of
spell.
Programmed Illusion. Scroll of Remove Curse. Scroll of Steel Wind Strike. Scroll of Word of Radiance times 2.
Oh, that one's a bundle. It's just the way it was written. They weren't able to separate it, you know. They was like, damn it. I guess.
Staff of Deep Waters.
You're just like really introspective kind of person, you know. You just...
In parentheses, Staff of Writhing. That's what that staff is.
Staff of Rising.
Writhing.
Writhing.
Writhing. Writhing.
So the questions keep you up at night.
That's the list that you have to choose from. You each get one choice. And there's only one of like there's not like multiple of any of those items. Except for the ones that were named multiple times.
Word of Radiance times 2.
You look at the end of the note, it's kind of scribbles, and then it says it's actually 1 turn in per Scroll of Radiance.
Oh yeah. So it's written on the front and back of a clay tablet, 2 scrolls
Correct.
of radiance, right? But after you read from the front half of the tablet, you have to return. Don't use the back half, right? You have to return the tablet to him, or else you owe the king. Well, if we want to meta just a little bit here, guys, the Broom of Flying. Hardcore, like that would be cool to have on the team. And then there is a goat made of stone, and just because of the bit that I've been doing, it's the only thing that spoke to me as Bao. is the goat stone, is the goat statue, right?
You can choose anything you want with your token.
Nothing else really actually jumped out at me. Whenever they were going through the scrolls, did our wizard friend did Faye's interest peak at any of like the items or scrolls?
Is he gonna let me pick one as well?
No.
No, but that's not. Bao was just, as none of them interested him, he was kind of watching your reaction, like Faye's reaction, to see if anything jumped out at her as something that might be interesting. I might give my pick away, you know, is what I'm thinking.
No, I got you.
Because nothing was really like super useful for me.
No, but I did find this for you.
Yeah, if nobody else is gonna take it, I'll take the broom.
You gonna take the Broom of Flying? Cool. Hell yeah.
Just the flavors,
Cool.
you know, being able to fly with using air or whatever.
And I just don't think, I mean, having a flying barbarian is pretty cool. Don't get me wrong. But I'm Earth. I'm so big. I just don't.
The Earth Genie. Like-
It just doesn't feel good. Like, do you see big ass Bao on this little broom? You keep feet on ground, you know, solid with Earth.
So my thoughts are, if they wouldn't let me go across the bridge because it's dangerous, so either the lance of warning
A lance.
or the potion of supreme healing might be needed.
Okay. Do you know what a lance is?
Do you not know what a lance is?
Well, you're a tiny little wizard without a mount, and I just see you walking around with a knight's lance. It's guys, it'll warn us if anything's here. And it's like telegraphing where we are because it's a big lance being held.
It's just helping you because you asked the question.
Oh, okay. I mean, I don't. If somebody wants to ride on my shoulders, then they could use the lance.
Be worth it.
I mean, it would make sense. I imagine, like, Faye probably would have reacted a little bit to any of the scrolls that weren't on her in your spell book.
Yeah.
Currently.
Also, yeah. That's another thing. As somebody, if you're a wizard, you can, if you have a scroll, you can transfer that into your spell book, and it can become permanent. That's another
as a
cool thing.
spell that you can choose from each day.
Yeah.
Because you
There can be
prepare your spells, so as long as they're in your spell book, you can prepare from that spell list. And so when you take it, you can take a scroll and put it in your
Well,
spell book.
something,
And
and it can be something that you don't have access to. I think too sometimes, right? Like as
But
long as you have the
I
scroll.
personally, as Faye, would want one of the magic scrolls. Yes.
Which one? Any of them like jump out at? Did Faye like do the nerd thing of like, seeing like a new computer component or like a math problem in a movie and be like, oh, I know that one. Like,
I would say maybe scroll of mage hand.
The mage hand scroll. I'm gonna take the goat.
No
I'm gonna
way.
take the goat statue.
you
I'll buy you a mage hand scroll.
you already have that in your spell book.
Oh, darn it. Okay.
Theo, that was intentional, by the way.
I think I'll take the scroll of incendiary cloud.
It was intentional.
I think I'm gonna change my
Well, let
mind
me
about
ask
the
this
broom, by the
first.
way. So if anybody else wants that, take it.
What?
You already got the broom. It's too late. If anybody else wants the broom of flying, you can't have it because Kirameki got it. And you can just be jealous.
Etma, for the Nodachi of warning, would I have to have that equipped for the benefit? Or
No telling. Does it say that in the other descriptions of the items? You're gonna look. Don't look it up.
You have to tune to it. I know that.
yeah, I know it has to be attuned to.
It's just on your person.
Just on the person. All right, so I'll take that then.
Staff of right.
As
Are
cool
you-
as a scroll of incendiary cloud would be, I think that'll be more useful.
I know, right? Is Israfil a paladin? Because he talks about his god a lot and whatnot, and so if so, he does. The paladins do get fine steed eventually, or you just summon a mount. Yeah, and then and then the lance would be pretty cool too. Just saying.
I like my swords a little more than the lance, though.
Yeah, lances are so dude. Israfil's room is like just all like gas station swords like over the mantles everywhere. those knives that like have like three have three blades on them for no reason that are all curved. There's no way to hold it. I see Israfil at a novelty knife stand. Like
I'm
having
DMing
a
you,
serious
Gear
conversation.
Duo.
Okay. I see Israfil at like the novelty knife vendor, right? When a caravan rolls through, like having a serious conversation about one of those knives that have like, like brass knuckles on them and a blade. you know? And then at our next camp, like
so
using it to fillet a fish, and it just looks so dangerous. Like
Evan, is it?
every part of it's
Are
sharp.
we like circling what we want, or
Yeah.
how like what's
Yeah,
it
that's
look
fine.
like? What he? That's what
However
he's
you
wanting
want to do it. Do you want to put like a tick next to each one, or like the name of the person next to it? Just do it however you,
What the
Okay.
heck did I
however
just
Adder would
do?
do it.
Okay. So. Hmm. I give it to well. Hmm. Okay. I'm gonna select the. Ooh, that's a hard decision. I'm gonna do the
Page 169.
Scroll of Steel Wind Strike. I'm gonna do the Scroll of Steel Wind Strike, and I'm also going to. I'm gonna put a check next to the Robe of Useful Things as well, and hand it back to him.
Try to get both. Just maybe I'm
He
too
looks at it.
I'll knock
You
something
get.
else over, but while he's trying to count.
You marked 5 items.
Oh, damn it.
And there's
I
4
had 5
tokens.
coins. Had 5 tokens, and ooh, is this stupid? It's certainly shenanigans. This could be really stupid.
He like lines them up on the front of his desk.
God.
4 tokens.
Oh, dude.
I want to do this or not. I feel like this is pushing it. Oh, shenanigans or not. I need
Shenanigans, bro.
flip
Every time.
coin.
Every time. It's a trick coin. It's heads, but it's a double-sided coin. Or it's all coins are double-sided.
God,
The staff of
it
oh
feels
no,
really shady.
I am the staff of deep waters.
This robe of useful things works. I want to get something for Faye, guys.
Robo chat
Sorry,
has
what was that?
returned.
You said is Robe of Useful Items worth it?
They're pretty
I
cool.
don't know what it does, so I
It
can't
works.
say.
Has pockets or patches on it, and you detach a patch, causing it to become that object.
Gosh, damn it.
And then I roll on a table for what the other patches are. And whoever, if someone picks it, I'll roll those and tell you what the other 4 patches are.
Fuck it. I'm doing it. I say 5 coins, and I cast suggestion on him.
Oh.
Also, I'll take the dagger instead of the broom.
Why? Why not the broom?
You said the dagger instead of the broom?
Well, it depends.
The broom,
Is it
why?
something that I can just flavor as me bending air, or do I have to physically fly on a broom?
It could be like Aang, where it's like the stick with the wing things on it, like, and you're using the air to keep it aloft.
Yeah, but I can't use it as a weapon though. Or I would have to like be holding onto the broom and then like trying to use my blades as well. Just seems kind of.
I mean, what's your dex? Can you just stand on it?
Yeah.
I mean, I could just stand on it, but at the same
Like
time,
a skate, like
Like a
the
windboard
hovering
or something?
skateboard. Yeah.
Yeah.
sure.
I
I'll
don't
just
think it doesn't have to be like a witch's broom. I don't think.
It could be like Aang's
little
what is it,
staff.
glider.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a staff glider is cool, or a s- is it a squirrel suit? Are you trying to like squirrel suit, like the dive suits?
No.
I feel like I've made a terrible decision trying to do this.
Do we
It
know
doesn't
what
feel
well
good to me
crafted
at all.
means? Like in comparison
What?
to like
Superior. The
how
one of
how
them was
well
like,
crafted is.
This says well crafted.
and then the mace
The
was
flail though said exceptional.
exceptional. Yeah, but there's no scale. There's not
Right.
like a key. There's no compass on the side.
Yeah, it's
telling us-
not written that says plus whatever.
Yeah.
I was just
or even his favorite, like, yeah, like what he's denoting.
out
is-
of the weapons, the first three just said well crafted, and the flail said exceptional.
Gotcha. All right, I'll just stick with the broom, I guess. Final answer.
What was that? You're quiet for me. I need to turn you up.
So I'll just take the broom. Final answer.
So you chose the broom.
Okay. No way,
So
man. No
cool.
way, man. No way, man. Stop.
Broom.
Hey, I'm so sorry that I didn't get you a scroll of Mage Hand, but this goat statue is so fucking cool. I'm so glad. It's so-
Suggestion.
it is so cool.
It's a wisdom 13, which is not very high.
Why can't All right.
He says, "All right." Oh god.
All right.
Oh, whoops. I don't know. I have you targeted, but I just rolled just a plain d20.
I'll say, well, we
Um,
might not be getting anything.
Okay.
So activity.
Oh, that
Range
was
you hear and understand you. Creatures that can't be charmed. I mean, so failed. If the success activity. So he knows.
He
Oh.
knows the way of the serpent. It doesn't work on him. Na 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 na, 5 coins
Yeah,
instead
to read
of
it too.
4. Like cobra dancing, your cobra frills come out.
Yeah, so
It doesn't say that he knows you used it on him though.
What's the spell components?
no, it doesn't. It doesn't. A snake's tongue.
Just verbal. So like him saying the suggestion,
Okay.
and then material, but
The snake's tongue.
whatever.
Which is
Um,
my
You say
tongue.
5 coins, right?
So what happens after you say 5 coins and like as your tongue flicks, he goes 4 coins.
I didn't have a video pulled up. That's all right.
Kieran Maggie's just like,
okay.
whoa, hey.
Sorry. My apologies.
They're going
Apologies.
to,
I,
you know. There's
I'll
some,
mark off the road of useful things.
it's getting hot in here.
You mark off, so you're not getting the robe, you're getting the scroll of Steel Wind Strike.
Yeah, that's right.
That's one-time use.
That is correct. It is a one-time use item, yeah.
That robe, it could have a
fifth
it could have a
level
10-foot
spell, though.
ladder on it for just, you know.
It always has a 10-foot
definitely
pole.
does.
It always has a 10-foot ladder on it, dude. That's so cool.
Yeah, real useful things is really cool. I kind of want the flail too. Like, even though I can't use it, but I mean, I guess
If you're
I
a
could.
fighter, you can use a flail.
What level spell is Steel Wind Strike?
I can use it,
5th.
but
Scroll of
If it's a martial
spell
weapon,
then I would
scroll,
not
5th
use my
level.
heirloom item. Oh,
it's a
I
martial
have
weapon.
2
you practice.
heirloom items, though.
Mm.
I've got to use.
So you're not trying to get attuned to.
Don't have to.
Yeah. Yeah, so you don't want a weapon. Scrolls
Yeah.
are single use.
All right.
Or an invisible ring.
I already moved them to your inventories.
What you mean,
As
Gandalf's?
he takes the like, he's like, this is really what you want? Last chance.
I think it'll serve us well.
I
Very well.
change it. I hit the flail. I change it. I get the
For,
flail.
an item that he does that he never even circled to begin with. This guy's looking
He's
at the
you see
he's
him like
no, this is
making
ink.
corrections to the document.
This is permanent. He has to rewrite it every time.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Mhm.
He like
If-
so he like whistled and his like assistant comes running up and he like sighs as he has to start rewriting.
I'm sorry. Indecisive.
What the?
And if it's not too much trouble, we don't want an extra. I don't want an extra, item for your armory. But this one could use some food. I think she's starving over here.
Have you polished off the
Do you have any
the
spare rations
five,
you could
the 5 days of rations already?
for our journey? And then once we get our items, we'll be on our way.
Yeah, fine. We have spare rations. You guys can all add 5 rations.
Oh, sweet.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Um, Zhao, he like whistles. Take them, find them a tent. And he bows. Your items will be delivered by the end of day tomorrow. And he like scoops the tokens into his drawer.
Well, all right. Let's go look for that hot dog stand.
Mm.
And Zhao like puts a hand out in front of the door open to usher you all back down. And as he's like the commander Zhu's just like rubbing his temples, thumb and middle finger.
You said he's showing us to a tent. Is that what he said?
Yeah, he's gonna take you to find a place to like hang out, stay until their items are delivered, or
Woof.
Alright.
Okay.
end of day tomorrow.
Gotcha. End of the day tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah,
So it looks like we're hanging out.
What time of day is it now?
probably like midday. The sun is just passing its peak. So you kind of look out the window as you're walking down the steps.
I'm gonna go try to snatch. I'm gonna go down to the river. I know like there's every 69 minutes that's gonna frickin' go off or whatever, so I try to not be near it then. But I'm just gonna wander. I'm gonna look for like a crick, right? That might be feeding into the river here, coming out of the wood lines where we were at originally, out in the rolling fields. And then I'm just gonna like I'm a try. I'm a get us some dinner going, right? I'm gonna set up my tent. I'm gonna throw like I'm gonna use my um shape earth, mold earth ability to like pull up stones or whatever and chuck them at like wild bird that might be flying through, long enough to run out and snatch them up. So I'm gonna try to get some bird or some rabbit, some small game, and then any of the creeks that might be running in there, I'll try to hand snatch fish out of the water, and I'll just get us a feast going and like set up camp outside of the because I don't know if we're supposed to go in there. When I looked out, it was like this military complex. Those alarms are going off every 69 minutes. I'm not trying to listen to that shit for the whole 24 hours till they deliver, until we get out of here. So I'm gonna peel off away into the more quiet, natural places and set up a camp out there, and just get some dinner going and whatnot. And that's what Bao's gonna be doing while everybody else is doing whatever they're gonna do.
Okay.
Are they putting us up in one of these yellow huts?
Yeah, you see, they're like standing up a tent as they bring you guys outside.
Too close to those horns, man.
More,
You're
more
never
south,
you're not
kind
gonna
of
hear
back,
it sleep.
back here.
Mm.
They're standing up a new one.
Okay.
I imagine being woken up like that would, God, just all the time. You just, ugh. Mm-mm.
Some everyone else's plans while you I'm down if you guys just want to do each day of day downtime activities, or if you just want, we can go, 2 days worth basically, or the rest of today and then tomorrow's downtime activities. Let's go
Okay.
by each person. I'm down for that. However you guys want to do it. So Bow's out, like kind of in the wood line, or like just out, due southwest, of the.
Close to the
Okay.
road or whatever, but just far enough away
Yeah.
that like I could be, basically, I'm cooking up a mess, man. I'm cooking up a mess of a fish fry and of a like of like a hunt here. I'm a hunt
Hmm.
and do that so that and maybe maybe off-duty guards might smell fresh game and like it's close enough to where the party's going to be able to smell it and anybody else too.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe grab a couple rocks, a couple, as I'm using my mold earth cantrip to get stones to hit the game. Maybe I find a couple that are good for throw rock. Maybe I've got a good throw rock pile in case somebody wants to get a little bet going or something.
All right.
I mark out paces, taking these big steps, and then marking a line with a stick, and then taking these big steps for like a throw rock field, It doesn't look like they have any goats, so probably can't do throw goat. It's more of like a seasonal game anyway, Save those for like regional tournaments.
I think I'm just gonna sit down and start reading my book some more. Like next to our tent.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be practicing my sword swings against a tree.
Birds off in the distance each time you hit it. Then the birds you wait for the birds to land.
Okay.
I think I would. You said we have like a day and a half,
Yeah, basically.
basically. I think I would go to like see if I can't get into like kind of mingle with the River Knights and Tide Sages. And I feel like Adder would like pick out pretty much the old guy in the group, whichever, and try to pick his brain a little bit about his newfound ability and pick up any tips and tricks he could.
This is a military complex too, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there would also be drills probably going on too.
Yeah,
What if you like
anything like that.
fall in for a drill for like learning some of their stuff too, right? Might be another thing.
And this is well, yeah. Okay, I don't know. Is it like that, Evan? Like, in my mind, it was like
Yeah, there's definitely like down
people
like because
here are.
they work in shifts, so people like because not every day working. Tide stages get way more work than the River Knights do, because they're raising up this massive water wall and stuff. But so
Mhm.
there's like that. Yeah, there's off-duty people. People in pass. They may go home. They may just chill. You know what I mean? So like, there's definitely
Yeah,
people that spar. There's people. Not necessarily
even
like
if it's like
drills
games
per
they play,
se, but yeah, it's like that. There's
Mhm.
definitely, you know, it's
Use.
definitely you'll be able to find something.
Okay.
Leaves Kirameki's downtime.
I'm gonna attempt to do 2 long rests, if that's okay. Just gonna dive
2
into the
long
tent
rests.
and just chill. Yeah, you said it's like midday,
Damn.
so I'm just
Yeah,
gonna, yeah,
you're gonna like bed rot, basically.
yep.
Mhm.
I'm gonna try to take an extra long rest, to help replenish my life force and to prepare for the long journey ahead.
I make
I
sure
feel
the
like
tree that I
Adder's
picked
gonna.
I make sure the tree I picked to swing at is right next to Kirameki's tent.
You guys have
And
just like a big
Adder
tent. You
keeps
guys
like,
are all sharing the same like tent. It's like a
yeah,
big
Perfect.
pitch. Yeah.
Well, I set up a
Adder
tent
keeps waking him
out a
up.
little far away, so
Bao just like has got a bedroll laying out in the woods.
yeah, yeah. Well, you just and you're in a fire going, and there's
Mhm.
and a big old mess of food. I get some wild grains even. I go get some wild rice out of the field.
Gosh dang.
Oh yeah, make me a little like a farmer's adobo, like a French style.
Heck yeah.
Nobody shows
If,
up to eat
if
it,
A-
then I
yeah,
guess I'll start
if
drying
Adder
it.
if Adder catches a whiff of it while he's not doing while he's not picking up tips, he'll shuffle over to Bow's
Yeah, I would say anyone
spot
like
and grab a bite.
can go over there and eat when it's like the dinner time stuff is like gonna be like natural within the downtime. So if that's where you're going to eat, that's
Beautiful.
where you're going to
Freaking
eat.
every hour the freaking sirens go off. Oh, dude. I I go grab a fluffy cotton-like plant. I pick a couple of them, shove them in my ears for when I go to sleep.
All right. So first, Bao, for your hunting downtime activities.
Yeah. What about this?
Unless you want to fish out of this river, which you being a man of the land, I guess. I think you notice that it's somewhat man-made. You don't really notice any creeks coming off of it and stuff like that. Very well split to separate the continent from the mountain. I'd say something you kind of picked up on,
Okay.
just by looking at it initially, but you are able to hunt for sure.
All right.
Go. I need
The only
a
fish left for adrenaline junkies.
a survival check.
All right. Not too bad. Not too bad. Let me check my inventory. We ever do anything with that chicken?
What chicken?
The one that I showed up with a chicken in a cage, guys. No, I think I cooked him first. The first thing after we got Udon back, I think I cooked him up right by his refill. All right, well. Yeah, I'll just doesn't look like I have any. Yeah,
Well, it's gonna be.
doesn't look like I have anything like any items or anything. So that's gonna be a good old what I roll. Rolls 11. Not mad at it.
Okay.
I'll take some. I've got some ginger in my inventory here, and I got a little. What else do I got? A little salt, little
One.
pepper, some cloves. So I'll take some. I'll spice up whatever I find. Real good. You guys, I'll take my cook's utensils out as well, and I'll use those to in my cook to cook. Actually, hold on. Cook's utensils might do a little something for me.
I don't think for the hunt, but anyways, your first 5 hours of hunting, you're able to hunt a. I have the list. I have the list. I have my list of
When foraging for foods, you can make do with ingredients that you scavenge that others would be unable to transform into nourishing meals. It says for a survival check on cook's utensils.
for cooking and preparing of
Yeah.
the
When
hunt,
foraging,
not
you
like
can make do
your
with
ability
ingredients
to
that others couldn't.
hunt.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
and then when preparing meals, you and up to 5 creatures regain an extra hit point per dice during a short rest, provided that we have access to the food and the. But anyway, so I think what
cool.
I think when, so I think it's the idea is like when gathering food, I might find tubers that other people don't eat, but I can, I know how to prepare them to where they can be eaten and stuff. So basically, in that survival check, it's like, or using parts of the animal that other people might not use, or stuff like that, right?
This check was for like the kill
Specifically.
specifically.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You killed 2 foxalope.
Foxalope.
Foxalope. Damn. They were just in love and young. Bao was hungry. Sorry.
And now
quit.
you can do that. You can use your cooking utensils
You should have gotten
to prepare them if you would like.
Yeah, they should have gotten the consent from their parents. That was their fault. All right, so I'll do that.
Oh,
I'm Bao sitting there with like the foxalope tied to the front of his car, with the gun on his shoulder.
They're more
no.
fox. They're more fox than lope than
That's what I
antelope.
call a shotgun wedding.
But yeah.
Well, damn.
Well, damn. All right, yeah. Do I need to roll to prepare him or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay, what do you want me to roll? Would you like me to roll?
It's still a survival again, but
survival again. Okay.
create a typical.
Cool. And I'm assuming now I would probably use I'd use my am I proficient in cook's utensils? inside. Check my proficiencies.
Assume that's why you have them. But
Right. Maybe not. I just have them because I like using them, man.
sometimes usually it's like on a background or whatever, and then you get to pick one or whatever, and that's
Mm-hmm.
why you have it, because you picked to be proficient in that.
Yeah.
But sometimes transferring from beyond is weird and might not
Mhm.
show. So
Here's my background. I get skill proficiencies. No, I don't get tool proficiencies. So I'm not actually proficient. So I don't get to add my proficiency modifier. Cool. But hey, you know what?
uh,
Sometimes just having
so
the
for each
right
of
equipment is all you
those
need.
foxalope, roll a d6 for each of the foxalope.
All right. Oops.
And that's how many pounds of foxalope per foxalope.
2 5s. 5
So
and
you
5.
have 10 pounds of foxalope.
Okay.
Pretty proficient.
Seems pretty good. It's like the difference between just cutting the back straps and leaving the rest of the deer or fully dressing one, right?
Yeah,
Because
you
if it was a 6
you
and a
use it.
10,
You use it all in the mountains.
yeah, I fully dress these things down, man. Ain't a whole lot left. Enough that I'm gonna
Right.
be using for bait and traps later.
So you have to say, part of throughout the day, whoever comes by, they smell a wonderful. I don't know. You making a stew? What are you making? What are
An
people
adobo.
smelling? A what?
An adobo.
Adobo? What's that?
Yeah, adobo.
Oh, nice. Cool.
Like
So, yeah, anyone,
you do like a wild grain and you cook render all the fat and the skins and and then you pour a little bit of stock and you do that and then you cook it all up and then you just let it all. It's like a one pot deal too, which is real good.
okay, my next question: who all goes to eat at Eats Bow's Food?
If
Adder does
soldiers
for
walking
sure.
by too, I beckon them. I call people over.
Yeah, sure. So Adder goes. Who else?
I'll go for a meal.
I'll also challenge anybody who, while we're sitting there eating, to a game of cornhole. Sorry, rock throw rock.
All right. So
Yeah.
Isserfil,
Israfil.
Bow, and Adder will have 5 temp HP.
I see you looking at rocks over here.
Oh,
You know this
nice.
game? Israfil. I see you
For
looking at
being good
rocks.
on all the checks.
Do you know this game?
I don't, but I'm willing to learn.
Would you like to challenge me in this game? Very easy. Take rock. Throw as far as you can. You start here. You cannot cross that line.
Very well. Would you like to wager some, I don't know, do you have any gold? No?
Yeah. Probably somewhere around here. Hold on. I'd fumble around and yeah, and I dump I don't know. I start pouring gold coins into my hand and they like start spilling out onto the ground. Oh, dropping some. You've got a couple.
Well, how much would you like to wager on this one?
Well, what is it worth to you? I'll let you choose, and I'll set the coins up. I've got 20 gold coins. I have you can see Bao like squint as he's going to count them. You are guests. They let you decide, and he sets them down to let you pick. You
We'll
see,
do 5 gold coins, and I hand you the 5 gold coins to hold on to until the end of the competition.
he moves each of his fingers down. 5, good number. Would you like to?
Do we pick the rock?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, you would like to play too. And I grab your arm. I grab your bicep and pinch it a little. like,
Ow!
like when a kid, like when a kid's coming up to help fix the car, you know? Oh yes, all right, yeah. Yeah, come on, come
It's like,
peek,
ow.
peek,
It's like uncomfortably strong. Ah, yeah.
peek, peek,
Uh,
peek, peek, peek.
I'll pick a rock that would. I'll pick a rock that would. That I could throw like acrobatically. Is that possible?
I don't see a reason why there would be like to disadvantage someone in the game, you know. I don't see,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like why I would
You
try
like
Yeah.
to flip to gain momentum and like whip it while you're flipping.
yeah, I don't think there would be a reason that Bao would like weight it in a way that would I'd say so. I'd say as of the rocks I collected, that was some of the preference, you know.
Yeah.
Different shapes,
Yeah. I
different
could.
sizes and
Yeah.
whatnot.
Yeah, right. Or yeah. Okay.
Because Bao's definitely going to pick one that's a lot heavier, so that way
For
it
the
can
momentum.
so it can
Yeah.
carry the inertia that he puts into that shit. Yeah, so he
Yeah.
can actually carry it.
I'm trying to pick one that I can like get some velocity behind. You know.
Okay.
I'm trying. Yeah.
Any soldiers getting in on the game? Anybody else? Faye, you gonna get in on the game while we're over here?
Just
They
gonna
aren't there.
Yeah. It's just me and Israfil eating.
No, I said I was gonna come eat.
Let's do it.
Oh, did you? I didn't hear you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I imagine,
Oh,
I
sorry,
imagine
Faye.
this. I also imagine this being over the course of the time, you know, so like, or whatever. So
Right. Yeah, I know. That's why I said like this is for the down period of the downtime.
Yeah,
Is anyone like who's going at some point to eat the food?
Faye catapults one.
Yeah, right. Literally uses catapult. So
Yeah.
good. So good. Extended spell, like spell sniper catapult.
Oh yeah.
Twin spells it, so she shoots one into the other one, you know, like all right. So if there's no soldiers that would have wanted to like get me like try to get in on it or anything, it's just us three.
Well, I guess it's you four. But she's watching. Never mind.
Yeah, Faye's watching.
Don't forget your wager there, Adder.
Yes. Yes.
What? Oh, we're betting gold?
Yeah, I take my little my like Incan cap or whatever, like my little sock cap, you know, like it's a goat fur, like a felt goat fur kind of thing. And I rattle it.
How much gold was it? How much gold?
1, 2, yes, that many.
2 gold?
The air is refuel. 5.
5 gold?
Yep.
5
Oh.
gold.
This is the steep
Oh.
price.
Okay. You know, and he just throws it in the pot.
And make sure if it's too steep, he's
And he's just
Adder. If it's too steep, I maybe
he grabs a rock and he's just like shaking his arms like making sure his arms nice and limber.
warming it up.
No,
Yeah.
it's fine. It's fine.
Okay. Wheel. I'll pull up 3 straws at different sizes to see who throws first, and I'll hold it out. Hold out the straws to you guys.
1.
I'll put one.
I imagine let's I guess just all roll a d20.
Like
Highest one goes first, probably.
D20. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rollies.
Rollies.
I thought I rolled 1. Oh, maybe I didn't.
There
There we go. 17.
Looks like
I go
Adder.
first.
Yeah.
Okay. And let's see. Well, before I explain, can I roll before I explain how it goes? Because it might be bad. Let's see.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. Roll and however you do, explain how what happened.
Explain your
fine.
wind up, roll, explain
Yeah.
the release.
Yeah.
Normal. Ooh. Okay. So he crow hops and throws it, but he doesn't get quite the arch that he wanted. But it's still a line, like a line drive, barely over head height throw, and it gets pretty far out there. But the rock that he picked kind of spirals down a little bit, and it bounces a little further than.
Little piece breaks off halfway in midair.
Yeah.
You know? Like, oh.
Well, he just throws it, and it starts to kind of like go down, and it's like and it bounces and it rolls. It's a decent throw, but he kind of it's not quite what I expected, but still, let's see if you can beat that.
All right, I had the second one.
Yep.
So Bao he's like doing squats, and he's let me check my stats real quick. He's way more limber than what you would expect. Way more limber than what you would expect. And he as he's stretching and moving his body around, and then he grabs a large stone. It's got some weight to it, size of a bowling ball maybe, and he starts spinning in circles. And I would like to rage. That's how he rages. He just laughs, barrel chested laugh. This is going to be fun. And as I rage, my body actually swells up and I become 4 feet taller, like I did whenever I fought Israfil. And the stone kind of grows a little bit with me. And I will I'm gonna throw it, and I think I have some. Let's see, that's one of my features, but this one allows me to just let's see, how far does that go? It's an attack. Oh no, that only throws 20 feet. We don't want that. That's literally anything. I can throw literally anything 20 feet. Natural athlete, I have proficiency in athletics, powerful build. I can push, pull, and lift one size larger. Proficiency in athletics, determining carrying weight. All right, so yeah, I'll do an athletics check since I'm raging. So yeah, I roll a 20.
What's your your drag, push, and lift is astronomical, right?
My drag, pull, and lift is as a large creature, and then whenever I rage, it is as a whatever's size category above large creature. So huge creature. So
Yeah, you throw it, and then it just soars into the sky, and then you guys see a twinkle.
I
the tree
take
line,
my gold.
You hear the snapping of the trees and the tree line.
Yeah.
Birds.
I take my gold, and okay, and I bring it over to Bao, and I put it in his hand. I'll get you one of these days.
My hand, by the way, is now the size. It was the size of a dinner plate, but now it's one size larger than that even.
Little bitty hand puts his gold in your big ass paw.
I'm
I'll get you one of these.
12 foot tall right now.
And then you get down on a knee just to take the gold from him.
Thank you. This is very nice of you.
Nice throw. It's a film may have you though.
My grandmother throws. He's the only one ever beat me.
I think Phil trips over his cape as he's trying to throw it.
He does that where you're trying to throw it so hard that you release late, like throw it downward a little, like into the ground, kind of.
Gosh dang it. Are you like blushing?
There's like a rut
I'm
where I
just
drug my
completely
toe.
like hiding my face in my hand right now.
It was good, yay! I elbow at her. Good job, Adder. Good job, Israel. Yeah. Elbow at her, like, yeah.
I think Adder's taking a drink as Israel throws and spits it out as he trips over his cape.
Should have taken this off first.
Hey, double or nothing. What do you say? Yeah, keep your money. Let's have practice.
All right,
Win
we're gonna
something from the soldiers, and I'll spend
move.
I'll spend the
I'd-
rest of the evening throwing if anybody else wants to.
Oh no, I'm gonna go wake up Kiramaki. He's been sleeping all day.
Speaking of which, that's where I was gonna.
I just start pointing to stuff in the field with Israel. You that one? We just spend time throwing rocks at stuff in the field.
For that's actually where I was gonna go next, Kirameki. Trying to think what would be the best thing to see how good you sleep. Gotta be Constitution, right?
I don't know.
I don't think it makes sense to me.
Do we all get a long rest, like at least one, or no?
Yeah, I was just gonna do like some, skill
Okay,
checks
okay.
and stuff
Yeah.
with him for
Right.
his attempt at trying to get a double long rest.
Gotcha.
So you want a Constitution?
Unless you can think of anything else that would be like how deep you can sleep kind of thing. You know what I mean? How unnerved you can be by horns going off every hour while trying to bed rot.
Israel gets the best night of sleep in his life, probably. Like, sleeps like a damn baby.
I'm home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every time the horns go off, he just yawns a little.
But that's all I can think of.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Ability
So
check
it's
or saving
double.
throw?
That's 10 more gold. Okay.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
Do you have one that makes either one better? I'll let you do the better one.
I'm not sure.
I don't think so.
No, they're the same.
Not sure.
Anything like against being like frightened or nothing like that? Okay.
No.
Gold. Where is my gold?
Your first attempt to stay arrested, and you're getting, annoyed. There's like scribblings and like the flapping of a book right outside the tent, and there's the horns. The rushing water every time the horns start to go off.
Anytime you get up to
But
pee, it's like the entire contents of a face bag is like set out
But-
just in all the paths on the walking paths for whatever reason.
I'm gonna do a 2 out of 3. So the next several hours, you put the pillow over your, or just mat or blanket over your head.
Or I'll
and
just
try
go over
again.
to the next tent. Be like, hey, oh man, how do you guys get to sleep around here? You guys have earplugs or something? Standard issue?
There's like a odds or evens.
Let's
You
go
always take the
evens.
odds. Always take the odds.
What'd you say?
Evens.
All right. It says it's you, but it's a game master rule. It's evens. Yeah, they didn't give you any when you guys got here, and he like chucks a pair of earplugs to you.
Thanks.
Like, snatch that shit
Definitely the
right out the
anime.
air. Yeah.
Now you have advantage on your next 2 Constitution saves or ability checks.
Nice.
The next like
Nice.
12, or well, next like probably like 5 over the course of a sleep to 6 would be like not trying to add more, not trying to add more Spio
Mm.
to your thing. I'm just
mean,
thinking about how many would
realistically,
go off
if that
during
was the
sleep.
thing, then everyone here at this camp would be massively sleep deprived and just dying from exhaustion.
I imagine that they all run off of like Bang energy drinks and cigarettes, like any other military installment.
All right.
I feel targeted.
Dude, still at-
Uno Moss. As you are able to
Dun, dun,
sleep,
dun.
kind of wake up in the middle a little, just slightly, and then
Theo, I also feel like they would all be dying of exhaustion from these alarms going off every 69 minutes.
Nice.
Like this isn't like a place you visit, you know? Like there's a reason
you kind of like
love
you
coming
wake
here.
up once just to like go, relieve yourself in the wood line. You come back to the tent and you're able to, with those earplugs, they're like soundproof. Probably must be specially made or something. Like you don't hear a thing. And I'm gonna say you get your double long rest.
Hmm.
At the end of all this, everyone gets a long rest, though.
That's good to know if we ever want to infiltrate, wearing these earplugs.
Hmm.
In case we want to pull an old Washington, slit the throat of every other person in bed.
Just do one of them right now,
Right.
right? Or
Since you're just gonna be laying around, you can just take them both right now. Like you won't be like really involved with any of the other
and
downtime activities.
so I am noticing, just want to make sure that it's right on the character sheet. So the long rest is just giving me a hit dice back, and it doesn't actually like full heal you like normal.
Correct. You don't
Okay.
full heal from a long rest. You expend your hit dice, and then you only recover
Brutal.
a part of your hit dice when you long rest as well.
Oh.
How many hit? Is it just one hit dice every time, or does it roll or something to see how many hit dice you recover?
I got 2 back
Oh, you got
for doing
well,
2 long rests.
damn.
1 each time.
So is it just HP that's affected by that?
Yeah, so you don't just full instantly heal just because you took a long rest. You have to expend your hit dice, and then you only recover. I believe it's half rounded up. So, or one. I have to check. I can go into the
I got
settings
you.
and look.
Okay. Whew.
But just so
I
you
know,
guys
right?
don't just charge into every,
Mm.
you know, boss
That's
Woo.
room
cool though.
immediately. Oh, I'm
Uh-huh.
gonna go to sleep and I'm good. Oh,
That's-
I got 8 hours of sleep. I didn't get cut in half yesterday. You know, that kind of thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
it makes sense. It's cool.
Legend, come back.
Okay.
We need your heals.
You get hit dice recovery fraction is quarter. You get a quarter of your hit dice every when you long rest.
So whenever I prepare meals um with the cook's utensils, there is as a part of a short rest, you prepare a tasty meal. You and up to 5
Oh, yeah.
creatures of your choice regain 1 extra hit point per hit die
You
during
said
short rests. And I think
you
so.
said
I said I didn't have proficiency in cook's utensils, but I get proficiency in athletics from multiple different places. So I think what I did is I replaced one of my proficiencies in athletics with cook's utensils. Is what it's
Sure.
because like what do you know that's whenever you have it's like you can have a skill proficiency or a tool proficiency, right? Those are one
Right.
to one.
Yeah.
So
hmm
that's what I did. So it's like it's one additional HP. So how did you want to handle that?
he
I
gave
can.
us
I gave everyone that 5 temp
temp.
HP
Yeah, temp HP.
on that one. I didn't realize
Oh,
that's
nice. Oh, that's
what
cool. I
happened.
mean, I think temp HP is a good um is a good substitute for permanent HP gain since that's part of the thing, right? So it's like it says you get um so I would say to balance like quick balance off the top of my head, temp HP equal to my proficiency bonus when we eat and when you expend a hit dice during a short rest is what it's saying. You get a permanent 1 HP. So I
Right.
would just give temp HP equal to my prof, which is just 2. Um, and you can only have temp HP from a single source, kind of thing too, right? So it can't stack and all that jazz. So it's like it's less valuable than than a regular hit point. And then it
I
can
mean,
only ever go
I'm
up to 5
okay
from a
with doing the. I just didn't know that was a thing, so I just
Okay.
thought this 5 sounded cool. We can do the recovery thing. That's fine with me.
I'm cool. Shit, I'm cool with giving 5 temp HP each time we fucking chow down. But I just however you want to deal with it,
You passed all of the checks, and that's so I was just like, we'll make it
So
nice.
we gave it like a good one. Okay, that's fine. I'll just let you deal with it how you deal with it. Then, and we won't do but no permanent HP from it.
I mean, I'll read over it more for the future.
Yeah, we could also do like if we don't get food, you could lose HP.
What is
Die.
it that gives you permanent HP increase? What is
Yeah,
that?
not increase, just heal. Like
Recovery. You heal an extra
yeah, recovery.
when
You
you use
just
a hit die.
yeah.
Okay.
When you use a hit
Okay.
die, when you eat
Got
during a
you.
short rest and you use a hit die,
I got
you
you.
just get it's +1 from eating, is what is in the book. But since we're going off we're changing that mechanic to make it more difficult. Yeah, to make it more punishing.
That's
So
cool.
I was trying to adjust it to be to that more punishing factor, to be
Gotcha.
beneficial but also more punishing. So I would also, I mean, and I would put on the table if we don't eat, right? Like if you get there's like a big meal, which is you get temp HP. There's a standard meal, which is nothing. There's half rations, which suck, and then there's no rations, which suck even worse. I would say. There's like 2 good ones, 2 bad ones. A feast
Actually
might
have a
help
thing for
combat
that.
exhaustion. Okay,
I know what
that's
I'm
fine.
gonna do for that from now on. Actually,
Nice. Yeah. If
I'm gonna
wanna,
start using my meals and stuff that I have loot items like common meal, uncommon meal, etc. I'm gonna
Okay.
start using that. I think
Okay. And I will
it's
start,
part of like the crafting items.
guys. I'll start doing meals. So on the second day, I think what Bao would do is any of the extra food would cure it, or if I'm able to go into town and get provisions, that's what I would do. If there's
Yeah.
like any type
Very
of
far from town.
Yeah.
I'll try to get provisions is what I would like to do. Buy spices, cured foods, grain, stuff for the road that I can, and I'll carry it. I mean, I literally have nothing else on me, so I can carry a 50-pound sack of flour or of rice. No big deal.
But yeah, don't forget to add that 10 gold, Justin.
I did. That's what I'll spend it on. I'll spend the gold that I won from them on food for everyone.
Sweetheart.
And if I can find tea, like a nice tea or a nice liquor, I would like to grab that as well. A bottle of
Love?
some like rice wine or some tea or something too to go with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
For that though, I'm gonna go to some of the other downtime activities first.
Okay.
Because we did your cooking already once.
Got you. That's fine. I just
Um.
wanna, since we're making it a mechanic, I just wanna.
Yeah.
I'll take the initiative on that, boys, and
Mm.
milady.
Israfil.
Yes,
What
sir.
is your swordplay practice? I guess. How are you doing it solo? Or are you looking for other like what do you kind of like what are you doing? What's your goal? How I guess describe your because
Whenever he's out,
that's kind of your main downtime for the whole day and a half, right? No, obviously not entirely. You sleep, you eat, you mingle with Adder, I'm sure a little bit, or talk to people or whatever. But
one time when he's counting, whenever our throws are close and you're like counting, I'll just throw a rock at you to see if you cut it with the sword. Like you're counting steps to see if how far you threw it.
And I mean, it would be primarily going solo, trying to practice the strength of my swings, like tensing, trying to tense the right muscles as I'm going to swing at the tree, trying to get deeper and deeper with each slash.
okay.
You get attacked by a dryad. You're fucking mad. Dude.
No.
It's so mad.
So I'm gonna kind of go similar to because obviously you're not gonna spend just every waking moment doing that, because you want to go hang out with Bao and stuff or whatever. But
yeah,
I want to do. It's gonna be an athletics challenge, I think. Yeah, we'll do athletics.
Okay.
And oh dang.
One of these times, actually, I did want to practice the fastball special. Israfil. You want to do that?
That could be for the second half of my
different downtime. Okay.
The next day, yeah.
Okay.
So initially, I had planned for like just covering both days. The whole
Yeah.
the whole thing was like kind of covering the whole day and a half. So like with the food, like you made the food for everyone. And that was like the day and a half was you hunting and etc.
That's
And
fine by me then.
this not you hunting, but Bao, and then
Yeah.
Kirameki went through his day and a half of rest. And now we're hitting your sword play, your sword practice. But are you going? So you'll be like working with Bao?
I think I'll do this just solo then. For
Okay. So it's going to be an athletics challenge, 15 DC. Best out of there's 3 of them. I'm just
Not too
taking
bad.
notes for things.
All right. First day is not so hot. Kind of getting used to the new sword
your
since I'm
first 3
practicing
hours.
with that. Yeah.
No, you don't have that yet.
Oh, right. Okay.
There you go.
Mm.
All right. I feel like you're in a slump. Maybe that's when you lost the 6 was when you lost right after Bao. You got back from dinner and you're just mad out there swinging like ruthlessly, no regard. Just
You feel the drag of your cape with each swing. Like it's so heavy. You're so aware of it,
And
of your cape on your body.
what are you like thinking of though? Like the night happens and you spend like the next day. You get your 17. What's going through your mind when you're feeling it? You're feeling like in the groove.
I think at that point it's remembering the Leon Yin and the fight that we lost her in. Kind of getting in the mindset of slashing down. I forget the co-leader of the One Chi's name, or not co-leader, but second in command of the One Chi, but remembering her face and imagining that as the tree.
The werewolf lady.
Yeah.
June or Jun?
June. That's
June.
correct.
June, yeah. Lady was
I think
crazy.
that deserves a point of inspiration, just saying.
My foundry is
I remembered the name of the bad guy who killed one of our PCs. Point of inspiration, please. Thank you.
my foundry keeps messing up. There we go. I can function. Every time I was trying to open a folder or anything, it was like not responding. But yeah, you get glimpses of or June slashing at the clawing away at the onion. Yeah, anger but focused.
Mm.
Never again. And
Giving a bit away. Giving out bits.
All right. So a bit of a redemption on your swordplay.
As it gets better, the dryad it's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
And, like,
I'm just taking
slides back.
So I'm whatever like people do like on if they do anything special on downtime. I mean we talked about this before. I try to use like if someone spends time studying something or working on different things, as we talked about a long time ago. I guess since we had a long break, reminder. Your downtime activities can have meaning and development to the character. Like for example, if you're trying to multi-class, that makes sense to like use your downtime activities to try and learn said class, etc. Whatever, if you're training your sword play, if you're reading, like Mama was studying her spell book. You understand what I'm saying? Adder's looking to pick up tricks for his yoken abilities. So just stuff has a meaning. So that's why, like with the skill challenges and things, I'm taking notes for, things for the future, etc.
I added a whole new food mechanic. Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, the game paused. Oh, sorry. And
You guys eat these? I can't read them.
Yeah.
Whorehound?
Mark.
You guys eat
The
whorehound?
candies.
Mm-hmm.
Cracker Barrel.
Whorehound candy, man, they're good.
It's good.
see
Just
here.
because you remembered what I couldn't remember. Here's a point of inspiration from me.
Oh, dang. Kirameki gets a point of inspiration from his long rest.
Noise.
He slept good. he
He slept real good.
good. He's like, oh hell yeah.
I
man."
needed that.
Yeah. Mm.
See,
Thank you.
now we're gonna pan over to Faye. She's reading through, trying to like
thanks, Faye.
transcribe. She's like writing notes down from her spell book,
Been hanging out the
crumbling
whole
up
time.
papers. Yeah,
Mhm.
she goes and checks out what Bao's doing, and
Watches her throw
eating some of the
rocks.
food, and goes back over to the tent. She's like just nosing the book.
I could say that I was practicing like one of my cantrips too that was in my book.
I mean, yeah, sure. I could help you
That
as you
the
study in it.
Mm-hmm.
So, what are you trying to? I would say, are you more so going through the motions of some of the spells you know, or are you trying to decipher things that that exist in the book currently that you can't understand yet?
Like
What is your?
just the different things I can do with like the the I can't even
Okay, so
one.
practicing.
Prestidigitation.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's a good one.
just say like I put a bunch of rocks around and I just kept practicing making a little fire and putting it back out, kind of thing.
You could.
Okay.
What about you can make you can make something smell, right?
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah, there's several things like I can clean my clothes.
you could season food. You could make a funny sound like a donkey whenever Kirameki trips on his cape.
Maybe
I mean, whenever Israfil tripped on his cape earlier.
I was doing donkey sounds, then Kirameki, no wonder he couldn't sleep. I was sitting
yeah.
in the tent.
Practicing animal noises all night.
The cow goes.
Just right outside of the tent.
You know what though? But seriously, as a young mage practicing prestidigitation and like manipulating these sounds, it would be like that. It would be like, and the cow goes,
It's like in Harry Potter when they're eating the different jelly beans that like make their voice sound different.
Yeah.
You could clean up all the grease stains from the food. Like when you accidentally spill it on your book, you use prestidigitation to clean it off the book and keep your spell book clean.
Hey man,
Yeah.
that's a nice help action for Bao on the cooking.
Dang, I wished I would have been
Yeah.
thinking
You could
about
learn
that
to
when we
cook.
were in there with the commander guy. Because I could have made any piece of round object look
You
like
could have
that
made a
coin.
coin.
Mhm.
Yeah. And he only jeweler's looped the first one. So like that would have been the time to slide in.
True. All right. All right, we're gonna do Arcana checks.
Dang.
DC 15. as you're studying your spell book, going through, the motions it says to do for each spell, the words it say, and you try
As
the different.
as we're noticing this too, does any of
Oh.
it look natural? Does any of it look Yoken? Just if we notice that periphery, because she's around us a little, she's the different spots doing it. Do we notice if any of it's Yoken?
So when she's like actively casting from the book, it like so sometimes she's holding it out and is reading it, flipping through the pages, holding it herself. But when she appears, like when she goes to actively go through the components, the somatic and the book kind of like floats on its own and like it flips to the right page, and
Like it's got a mind of its own a little bit.
it doesn't. It definitely does not appear to be like the same source of inner power Bao has.
It doesn't.
Like,
It's not. It doesn't read as Yoken. It's not. It's not recognizable.
right.
Interesting.
And even though you're from the mountains, like it's there's like a there are, well, I don't know, I guess maybe not, you don't know.
I did wherever I saw from when I walked and swam. All the country I've seen.
Well, you're at the town.
Yeah, at the town.
I guess you didn't go to the university though.
No.
Never mind.
I'm a very small town. I didn't go no.
Yeah.
I didn't have no
I
schooling.
guess this might be the first person you've seen up close.
I had trouble counting past
casting like from a book or from a device of some sorts.
Yeah.
Not just from their inner strength.
Yeah, maybe. Well, I mean, maybe like I've probably seen, if I had to, if I think about it, I would say maybe some ritual but it would be more folk and more, or like witchcrafty, where it's
Tribal.
Tribal. It takes a lot more time. There's chore involved with it, as part of the magic, stuff like that. This is much different. Yeah. Okay. So it doesn't read as Yoken. Interesting.
All right.
Do you have a cool wizard's hat? Does Faye wear a cool wizard's hat?
No. She has a big ass book.
Just her book. Okay.
Big ass book.
Okay. She could have used a cool wizard's hat.
I would buy one later.
No, we buy one later, yeah. Unless it's like a station, unless it's like fatigues, unless owning one of those hats means you're posing as a wizard of some sort, right? A graduate of the college or something.
Let's get your next Arcana check.
Does she make Adder smell like farts?
Oh wait, you did a Constitution, but I mean, just going off of the dice roll. Make sure you do Arcana.
All right.
But you still passed regardless.
It should be in your skills.
Yeah.
On the skills page, you should just be able to click the word Arcana. Yep.
Okay. So you've gotten pretty good at like cleaning stuff off. Now you're trying to do like the snuff out like a candlelight.
You go to put the campfire out, and it gets bigger.
Yeah. Kind of messing that one up. I mean, eventually you kind of figure it out, and then
you accidentally
the
make
next
crickets as loud as a cow.
Yeah.
The subtleties of those
elephant sound from nowhere.
But they're real.
But
it sounds like but it's the volume of crickets. Like you're surrounded by a bunch of tiny elephants. Like, oh, this is strange. This is not feel like reality. Hold on.
Your third one.
Maybe practice making like the small object knowing that maybe I could have used that when we were in there with that commander, so I could have got to pick something. You know.
Are you gonna do the coin, the king's coin?
I was kind of like stewing on it a
I
little
mean,
bit.
the mark or symbol appear.
Mm-hmm.
Instantaneous clean and
No, you
light
can make
stuff
a
out.
small hand-sized object.
Sensory effect, sparks.
Yeah, it's like it says you can make a
Oh, I
color,
see.
small mark or symbol.
Yeah, symbol appear on an object or
I thought,
surface.
But
well,
it
no, I
only.
thought prestidigitation you could actually make a coin appear.
But the thing is that it only lasts for an hour, so it would go away, and that guy would be mad because there would only still be 4 coins.
Well, I mean, but if we weren't here,
Yeah, that's
it would.
true.
How could he be mad at
But
us?
Regardless,
making-
yeah, we'll get the Arcana check. We'll see what happens.
he's making you guys wait for a whole day and a half to get your stuff.
Yeah, I know this guy.
So there you go. I didn't do very good.
You create a non-magical trinket, is what it says, or illusionary image that can fit in your hand and lasts until the end of your next turn. Oh, it only lasts for a turn.
6
No,
seconds.
It's
Yeah, so it's
no,
it's,
that's not the one. That's
For some reason, when
yeah,
you
I know which one you're using. I know which one you're using. But there's the other one where you could literally make the coin appear, but it's only 6 seconds. So you pull it out of their ear, you hold it up,
Yeah.
and then you tell them to hold their hand out, and you let go, and it disappears.
what object are you trying to make though while you're practicing?
Trying to, let's say on one of the stones, I'm trying to make it look like the coin.
Okay.
Make it look like one of the marks, like the face of the coin or something like that.
You put the ball in the cup, and then which cup is it?
Yeah.
So-
Eeny, meeny, miny, moe.
So you're attempting to like
Yeah.
make the coin, but you don't
Yeah.
quite remember exactly what it looks like, and like sometimes it looks wooden instead of like golden, and yeah.
Yeah.
You make the coin, but you can't get it just
From a
right.
distance, though.
Yeah. I would have blew that popsicle stand. Didn't make that one work.
We would have just like deadpan looked right at the commander in the eye and said, "We just met her." It would have been fine. We would have just thrown you under the bus. It's no big deal. Yeah, we would have been okay.
Don't
Yeah,
even-
you would
don't
have.
know who she is.
Yeah. You just met her though. we did mention
This
that.
weird lady just started following us.
Her? We thought she was with you.
Yeah, it only lasts 1 minute, so like the shift leader's like actively opening the door while she's conjuring this coin using like yelling out the verbal and somatic components of it. Oh,
Books floating.
yeah.
Counterfeitist coinus.
See, I have a coin right here.
Yes,
Straight from the
counterfeitus
king.
coinus dupus. Tricks.
Did I-
Trictimus.
Did I roll for all 3 of them?
Yeah, I got them all written down.
Okay.
Foolish idiots.
Well, at least I know I can make a fire.
I mean, you know the spell, but
Yeah.
it's more of like flavor in the downtime and
Yeah.
stuff for me planning and like the future and
Okay.
how your progress in learning your book. Anyways, last but not least, Adder,
Oi.
you're trying to find people to pick their brain about Yoken.
Just fall in line, dude. Just fall in line on a training drill. Just try to blend in.
What would you like for me to roll? Or
No, where are you gonna go? This is gonna be a little more. This one's gonna be a tidbit more like role played out. You're wanting to go
Okay.
actually meet some people, right?
yeah, I mean, I don't
Yeah.
know anyone. I
Mhm.
don't know
The
anyone.
leader,
So
you know the leader, or that
I-
shift lead, right?
the shift leader, Um, I think that I think that Adder would like as they're returning. I would try to catch people that are on their break, like maybe because I know that they're exhausted. I would try to catch it to where they've awakened, but they're not quite on duty yet, you know. And I would try to catch them in that in between phase to where they're not either resting or on duty.
Yeah, catch a
Yeah,
soldier on leave to talk about their job. They love
like
that.
eating breakfast or something, like by the fire,
Oh,
kind of a thing.
Well, I would try to more, yeah, I guess
Just
then,
any shift you
and I could
notice. Any
maybe
it
just
doesn't really matter. Any shift you're saying, just someone that's ahead to work but not quite.
yeah, I would try not to bother. I would try not to bother them. I guess I would say, like, I'm trying not to. I'm trying not to, like,
you're looking for somebody approachable
yeah, looking for that would
that'll
be
have
one
the
way to put
time.
it, or that'll have the time. Like they're actively training, they're doing something, they're playing a game, they're doing something during downtime where they're not resting, they're not eating, they're not on duty,
They got the
like
energy, the time.
actively,
Yeah.
I'm trying not to
Okay.
bother people, but it would be either be the River Knights, which you said that they were the ones throwing the spears, right? River Knights are
No,
throwing the spears and the Tide
no.
Sages. Oh, whoop,
So the
whoop.
the wall is made of the river flowing upwards, and patches of that water wall are turning into ice and then launching from the wall as a spear of ice. So like the water is being removed from the water wall as an ice spear. Um,
Oh, so it's all the Tide Sages.
the River Knights, yeah, maybe Yoken, but they're still more martial. Like I think you would know
Okay,
that. They kind of make up
okay.
the bridge defense. They're
So I'm
but
trying to catch the Tide Sages then.
yeah, I would think so.
Hmm.
That would make sense.
Right.
So okay. Um. So I will say, yeah, it's a fairly big river base. It goes across the whole this whole edge of the continent, but obviously you're just kind of searching in this immediate area, but hundreds of soldiers and sages alike, and between events with like Bow and you're like kind of searching, but yeah, a lot of the times it seems like they're like getting off, like they're getting ready for either like getting ready to lay down or they're like getting ready to head in. You do find a couple like sparring matches from River Knights, and uh, you don't really see any. Your first day, you didn't really find any sages actively like practicing or anything, but then the second day you do. Uh, Kind of see between it's between like one of the walls or one of the waves, kind of near the bank. You see a tide sage kind of like going through motions, hand movements. He brings up some water, he drops it back down, makes it into shapes. He's making it flow in front of him. Orbs, and being pretty kind of like free for all with it. Um, he's kind of
Okay.
alone on the edge.
Yeah, approach him, introduce myself. Uh, I'm sorry. I'm Adder Cabrethian. Um, just very recently found out that I was yoking, and then I like pull up water and shuffle it, kind of throw it back and forth to myself, and I Hmm. I I've never really had a mentor or teacher in any way because how are you? And then I like kind of like watching him, whatever he was doing, I try to like mimic it. And anything that you could teach me at all, I would be very grateful.
Um,
What you do here is amazing, and the whole nation thanks you, even if they don't know.
did I say it's a you approach it? Sorry, it's a woman, but I can't remember what I said
Oh,
earlier. But
I
either
don't
way,
know
it's
if
a
I
yeah. No, it's
yeah,
fine. I was just letting you know because I'm about to like kind of describe her as you're introducing yourself. But
gotcha.
um, how's trying to not like a kimono, but they have like light blue kind of like pants into the like ninja like slip on like not like ninja shoes per se, but
And
and then they
tabby.
have
Hmm.
kind of and then but almost like a tabard, like the front hangs down long, the back hangs down long, but um kind of like a gi, I guess. Uh and yeah, the front uh the top itself though does appear more like of a gi. Um kind of like long sleeves. They look pretty. They look very looks very well made. The outer portion though, that's more of a tabard, I guess per se, is kind of like a deeper royal blue, and kind of like etchings of like waves throughout the pattern, and just has a like a hair is pulled back, a single long braid, and says, how long did you first learn or find out? It's like the
Oh,
water. She lets the
well,
water kind of splash as she acknowledges you.
well, I've been training with these my whole life and grabs his swords. Um, as I don't know if you're familiar with the way of the striking serpent. I've been in training with martial with weapons my whole life, but I didn't realize I was yoking in a week ago.
Yeah, roundabouts. Um,
Hmm.
she doesn't like not like awestruck or like like shocked, but kind of like she kind of has like a squint and kind of head like sideways. Hmm, very odd. It's very late.
Are there other like you see other people training right here? Are there like regiments of like children, I would assume, who know their yokin training to become river knights and stuff here as well? Like
Not here.
My
not here. Okay.
my mother
I don't know.
my mother was, and she tried to teach me when I was very young, but I don't know. I couldn't. I didn't. I don't know. I wanted to be like my father.
Maybe it just didn't click.
Yeah,
Something
I don't
transpired
know.
and it did.
But now that I've seen, it's so important what you do, and I'd like to be able to do the same.
Well, suppose I can show you a bit of a basic movement. And go Dex. But she kind of describes it. She's
What
like,
is it?
we're gonna end up doing a Dex check, but for your like skill challenge. But um,
Okay.
one of the even before the actual forms, think of feeling the water like a melody, like it's ever flowing, ever changing. And move
Thanks.
your
Songs.
chi, your
that
energy
his mother
moves. It's like
used.
a dance. And
Adder
she's like,
remembers, like as she's saying that, Adder remembers his mother and the songs and dances she would sing and perform.
so yeah, she begins showing you, like mirror me, and she's making like these flowy hand movements left to right, very delicate steps.
Because we were talking
And
about the a cow goes moo. It to me like I'm imagining gamifying like when you teach children new skills that are complicated to begin with, and so if you learn young, I imagine it being like a game of catch almost, or a game of jump rope, or a game of where it's like you're slowly practicing the skills. How many times did you do it? And it's like, oh, I did it 3, and that's like cool. Oh, I could do it 5. And as an adult, you could do it, extremely impressive, hundreds of times. But it's, I don't know, for some reason that's just kind of going through my head with like what the game might be to begin with.
uh,
I don't know if you guys are seeing that too. If that's what's going on in y'all's heads, but
I think I know what you mean.
right.
But
Like, well, I think yeah, because it's something we all experienced. You know, being kids and learning new skills. Um, those little games, right? The ball in the cup thing, becomes a feat of dexterity and hand-eye coordination, and
we're gonna do 3 actually we'll do acrobatics checks.
Did I get? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
I think I got cut off there. I heard the last thing Justin said, but I don't know if I heard you, Evan.
I was saying 3 acrobatics checks.
3 acrobatics checks. Okay.
Writing them down.
Got you. Here we go. One,
Dang.
2, 3.
Nice. Yeah, how does it feel like you pick it up, like really you kind of remember the first time doing it, and then you're like, it's like, in your brain you're like remembering the lessons your mother gave you, how it felt the first time you felt the water move, and just all the way up until you actually figured out how to do the water bullet.
I think it
How does it
feels.
feel as you far exceed every check? So
I think it feels. Yeah, I think that Adder's having a moment to where he thinks that he doesn't understand how it it never clicked before because it feels so right, kind of deal. Like all of the movements that he learned in the way of the striking serpent, and all of the and what he's now learning with, like, from this what did you say, the sage. They're
yes.
all these flowing movements that are so familiar to him. Like, the way that she's moving is very familiar, and there's a lot of synergy between the way that he has been fighting and the way that he's moving now. It feels really
Mhm.
natural to him.
Okay. Everyone's downtimes complete. A part of I'll get with you and make like the what do you call it, like miscellaneous ingredients and stuff. Bao, we can go over that.
It's fine. We can just gather some stuff up out of it,
Well, I want to kind of figure that whole
Okay. Yeah, we'll get together. We'll
system
run over
out.
the how you want that to look and how you want that to feel in game and stuff, and we'll do that. And then I'll use it that way.
And then, but yeah, you'll be able to get them apart.
Okay.
You have no problem finding them, like, because like a lot of times, like general spell components are treated as like, yeah, you refresh them every, like, they're just general spell components. So as usually, like in the past, how like if you're just cooking up meat, yeah, you got some like salt on you kind of thing. So, but
Yeah.
if you're wanting a little, I don't know if you're wanting more in depth or not, but I think we can go over that.
As much as you want to use that system that could be detrimental to us and also beneficial, since
Okay.
there's like a scale of how much we eat and how often or whatever. You want to use this meals thing, then just yeah. Since
Okay.
I'm here to provision up, basically start us off on a good foot with it, and then so we can, you know, work our way towards it potentially being bad for us at some point, right?
Yeah. So I'm gonna look into this a little more
So
before we.
start on a good, but start it with it being good for us, because
Mhm.
then your players might be like, well, we love this mechanic.
Yeah.
Before it backfires.
But as I was approaching the end of the second day or the day and a half or whatever, like a messenger kind of goes to each of you wherever you are. Those of you that are at the tent, there's a messenger there. Your things are ready. Meet us at the tower, etc. And as you guys are kind of like getting up from where you are, Adder, you're just kind of interrupted as you're like in the rhythm of your practice, and same with like Israfil and then the rest of you that are at the tent. And Bow, someone kind of finds you in the woods. Uh,
Or shopping.
yeah.
I'm
Oh yeah.
just out shopping. Yeah.
The big guy, very timid, like, you need to come to the tower. Just, your stuff's ready. And as you guys kind of start heading out that way, you guys kind of all link up at the base of the tower together from wherever you're coming from, and that's where we'll pan out and end it tonight.
Dang, dude, I was this close
And
to getting the recipe for that Szechuan chicken that old lady was
the
cooking. It's close.
the
What was her name?
The soldier, the
her name was, I would say, yeah, after training with her for a few hours, you got it. Her name's Lee.
Lee.
But Bao, Kirameki, Israfil, and Adder, you guys all are level 4.
Oh,
let's
damn.
go.
Okay.
Let's freaking go.
Mama was, you're already level 4, so
Gotcha.
and I'm gonna, yeah. Anyways, hope everybody had fun tonight.
Oh yeah.
I'm starting to scatterbrain a little bit,
Okay, man.
but
Look, hey,
I had a
man.
lot of fun.
Good.
A new system might be made from this. I had
I
fun
think it-
doing
I
like
think
the
it's fun.
downtime activities. It's actually, I'm happy because a lot of times in downtime stuff is like I go to no offense to Kirameki, his was more than just I'm going to bed. He was trying to do something by sleeping extra. So it's still a little different, but a lot of times downtime turns into
We just
fast
wait till when's
forwards.
the next
Yeah.
fight? When's the next fight?
So
I'll
this
say
was
this,
fun.
and I'll say the item you gave me has a 15-day cooldown period, and a lot of times in games you can see it's like you go from level 1 to level whatever over the course of just like 2 weeks, like it's like, oh,
Mhm.
you live on a farm, and then 2 weeks later you're fighting like the Prince of Mayhem. And
Yeah.
so there isn't a whole lot of downtime, and I would love for there to be downtime, days pass with not a whole lot of notable, it's like it's not, you guys were just walking, you guys were traveling for a while,
Yeah.
or what have you. The bad guys aren't like, it's not like God, last month was crazy. Every day last month somebody was doing something world ending. Insane. If it wasn't for this one group of 5 people who hardly slept at all for a month and just happened to be right where they needed to be, the whole world would be over. So I like the idea of having long downtime. It allows me to use, like the item you gave me has a 15-day cooldown, so now it's so precious if 15 days never pass, or if there's like 5 levels in between 15, between me using it and then 15 days passing or something. It kind of becomes precious and it doesn't become a part of the game. So I don't know about anybody else's cooldowns,
Your
but
your item is crazy.
so gnarly, bro. It's so perfect.
But anyways, thanks to all the players. Thanks for everybody watching.
GG.
What do we have? We have this is Compass Rose week, right?
Yep.
Yeah, Compass Rose week. So that will be our next streamed D&D session, I believe, on Friday.
Mhm.
So we'll see you then.
Later this
What
week, if
else?
anybody wants to stream, I kind of want to stream a little Dark and Darker, maybe. If anybody wants to jump in.
Next Monday we're off of Yuansu. Next Monday is my Kingdoms of Ren game on Monday. So you guys have a week to play on your level, I guess.
And thanks,
But,
Brixlow, for the 4 months. Appreciate it.
Hey, what's up?
oh yeah, thank you. Thanks. That's awesome.
Like, yeah, it is.
What else? And Monument. I use on our Yuansu games. We use Monument Studios. They make studio quality music for a small price, and you get to use it on your streams. No royalties and things like that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Love it. That's it. See you guys next time.
Good night,
Peace.
everybody.
guys.
Peace.
Bye.
Love you, Crixlow.